We've moved on a lot past it, but like kind of guilt in the sense that I don't really remember a really big chunk of time of like what my mind was going towards in terms of this accident, because I was in the dark. I really had no idea. And I mean, I'm pre-med in college, like I'm grinding, I'm coming back from injuries, now I'm dealing with this, so I like had a lot in my mind.
Yeah.
Like I'd followed her on Instagram for a while, and then like, this sounds bad, but I had to unfollow her for a while. Because I was so out of the loop, and I just felt so, like, it was like just sitting in my heart really heavy.
Really sad, yeah. Don't, like, you have to look back and like, after a traumatic moment, when we look back on it, we can only really pick out the parts that we understand now, because at the moment we didn't understand anything, so don't beat yourself up over that. I said, hey, I'm going to be in New York on our, like, the 3-year anniversary, April 18th. Any chance you're going to be at Fordham? She was like, yeah. Hey, you know what? We need to just heal. Like, let's meet on April 18th, go to the field, and just end it. And we did. And it was like, I'm seriously like a movie. Like, pouring, raining. Like, the whole field was covered. It was like tarped. And what's the first thing I said to Allie? I was like, that's so symbolic.
And you didn't even say anything, and the second that came out of her mouth, and I was like, yeah, it's actually covered because you're not meant to see it. We're supposed to like bury this.
Dead and buried. And then that was the moment I said, bring back the right side diary. I was like, let's do this. Like, let's make chapter 1. Because then we ended up after that, we talked, you know, and I was like, I'm not sick of telling my story. I'm not, because, I mean, look to how many people I've helped, and what I see is, oh my gosh, if my story can do that to this audience, if I just can introduce the world to these new people, that can hit areas that I can't hit. Like, people she's helped with that video, it's like, it really is. It's something cool to sit back and look at and be with each other and be like, we did that. All that pain, all that crying we've done, all that.
I guess I didn't feel as though it was my story to tell. It's not really easy to go around to your friends from home and be like, hey, by the way, I accidentally broke someone's neck last week, you know?
Yeah, like you can't do that.
And it's funny, like, I mean, it was funny, like, when we laugh about it, but it's not, because the amount of outreach that I got from that has been great, but there's been so many people that just had no idea, and they're just like, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that on your own. And I told Bella, I kind of felt guilty that I felt sorry for myself to have to go through that on my own. Like, I was like, no, like, my life's fine. I like and I think that's what I just kept doing. I kept being like, no, I need to be grateful for what I have. Like, I can't feel sorry for myself because she can't do these things. Like,
at that moment we've talked about a lot, and that was the forgiveness area of, she finally opened up, like, the first time we were together, and she's like, I just have to say, like, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh my gosh. Stop! Like, no problem. It's okay. We're both doing good, and
it's a crazy feeling, and it's like, I did need that forgiveness from her, but I think, again, once I got it from her, I needed to forgive myself, and at the time, I said to her too, like, I needed God to forgive me, even though I knew He did, but I didn't feel like He did. I was like, so if He forgives you and I forgive you, then what are you waiting for? Like, and I was like, I think I need to forgive myself for, I don't know. Like, I was like, I know that it wasn't my fault, but I just think that because I was left in the dark, I just kind of forgot sometimes, and I didn't, and I know it's unnecessary, like, life happens, you get busy, but I think I just needed to forgive myself for forgetting at times. I wanted to be like some strong doctor. And then since like going on social media and doing this video and being so public and being so vulnerable with the public, it's just like been such a breath of fresh air for me. And I've kind of realized, I'm like, I don't need to be like this tough exterior. Like, I'm allowed to feel, I'm allowed to explain the feelings, and
it's God saying do it. So my idea for Bring Back the Right Side Diary is, you all know my story. I broke my neck diving into a base, was paralyzed on the right side, I've been fighting ever since. Now let me motivate you with all the other people I've met who've not only done this, but who do that. And we finished chapter 1. I literally was like when I posted, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, and I feel like you were saying too how
it helps.
It's like, it's helping not only inspire others, but like, it's showing, like, it's helping you see how much you've impacted these people and how much these people have impacted you. Like, everyone in this thing has made an impact on you, and you've made an impact on them. That's why I think it's so powerful.
Me and her are trying to go around and talk to some clinics. So
like I'm making an impact, but imagine how much
we
could together through our experiences too, and not only just like this accident and being like, oh, don't take it for granted, but the thing is too, just recognize that people grow up differently. Like my perspective on sports was way different than hers. I was injured all the time, so I was constantly fighting. She was like, she flew right by. So it's like you have these two perspectives that completely collided, and then the opposite happened. She took a step back and is like, wow, I need to just really relax. For me, I'm like, now I'm the one like pushing, like I gotta go.
And like that's why I was like, having us two talk to young girls about how this is how it's gonna go. I mean, this is worst case scenario, but this is why you should appreciate the game, respect the game, and so